There's a place in the United States where you can legally get away with murder. We need to talk about this. Okay, so behind me is a tiny piece of land called the Zone of Death. Now in this little area, people have found a loophole that allows you to get away with any type of crime you want, including murder, and here's why. Okay, so the Zone of Death is actually in the corner of Yellowstone National Park. Now the Yellowstone Park is really unique because it's the only national park that does not exist in one state. It's actually in 3 states, Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. And a tiny slither in Idaho is where the Zone of Death, aka the loophole, is. Now Yellowstone National Park as a whole is in the District of Wyoming, which means that this little sliver exists in both the state of Idaho and the District of Wyoming. And that is where the loophole lives. Because Amendment 6 of our Constitution states that in order for a crime to go to court, the jury has to exist in the state and the district where the crime was committed. Which means that in order to go to court, all of the jury has to live in this tiny place, but no one lives there because it's a national park. So if you commit a crime like murder, you don't have to go to court because the jury doesn't live there. So you can get away with anything. And that is today's conspiracy.
Oh, that is pretty useful information. Especially for those evil people.
Oh my god! Okay, you know how everybody thinks that Michael Jackson is still alive? And then there was that one girl who made that video saying that she thinks she saw Princess Diana at this like country club she works at. And then a bunch of people think that Elvis Presley is still alive. They're all connected and they ran away together! I didn't even ask to find this. This information found me. This random YouTube video got recommended to me today, and it was a news report after Michael's death that said that Michael's bodyguard said he thought that Michael was in love with Princess Diana because he would stay on the phone late at night with her for hours, and she was the only person who understood his struggle with the media and how he could never go into public. Michael Jackson dated Elvis Presley's daughter, so we already know that he has a connection. Diana loved Elvis so much that she had a dress designed after his style and calls it the Elvis dress. Elvis passed away August 16th, 1977. Diana passed away in the same month, August 31st, 1997, 20 years later. Michael was born in August, but passed away on this day.
This is Australia. Now, I know it's not the scale. I know it's bigger than it should be, but come to find out after doing more research on this Urbano Monte map of 1587, a lot of this outer stuff, that's not the ice ring, okay? That's not the ice ring. This here is a projection of Chile. There's things out here that talk about Chile up here. Same thing with other countries. And this is Australia. Found the word austral on here, which means south in Latin. But this was in 1587. Australia wasn't founded by the West, the Dutch, until 1606. So that tells me that the Spaniards were there much, much earlier, at least 20 years earlier. But I want you to notice the shape, okay? See that shape? Now let's look at the Gleason's map. Very similar shape, but it's more to size. This one is more accurate. So the similar shape, though, if you look, you know, it's very, very similar. All right? Now, this is what they show us on the globe model. All right? Now, that's completely different. Completely different. Now I want to show you, because it took me 15 minutes of looking up online to try to find pictures of Australia from space. Shouldn't be that fucking hard. And this is what you see from space. Look how distorted that is. That's from the fisheye lens, okay? Obviously. But see how distorted it is? If you took that fisheye lens off, that shape right there would be a lot more like the Urbano Monte map and a lot more like the Gleason's map. They're fucking lying to you.
One of the craziest conspiracy theories I've ever heard is called Thursdayism. And what that is people think last Thursday, everything in the entire universe was created. Your chair, your memories, even the sun, everything was created last Thursday. And the craziest part is there's no way to disprove this theory. So maybe the universe did start last Thursday.
Man, what kind of conspiracy is that?
Figure, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, would you look at that? Just look at it. Just look at it.
Yeah, well.
What the heck is that?
It's not a pretty interesting theory, and I think I can prove it as well. And I'm just curious how many people agree with this theory as well. And just really think about it, okay? Hear me out. Now, there's so many people in this world that don't believe in the unknown, right? Whether it be cryptids, skinwalkers, wendigos, just a lot of shit that, you know, comes in either fairy tales or myth. And that's fine, believe what you want, you know, but don't ever doubt what other people do see. But hear me out. What if the government really does have a lot of secrets that we really don't know about, right? Now, I'm speaking in aspects of like national parks, you know, places where people go missing. So what if the government's really just like feeding people to these cryptids, these unknown creatures, right? Just to keep them away from society. I mean, that's a pretty crazy theory, but hear me out, right? Because when I was in Colorado, personally, I've seen some very terrifying things. And I can speak upon those things if you want me to. But I don't know, sightings and missing people really go into par with each other. It's terrifying.
I have a conspiracy theory about JoJo Siwa. I'm not a JoJo supporter. I've never really watched Dance Moms. I'm not a fan of her music. It's a no from me. Tell me why on TikTok and Instagram, I'm following her. I don't ever remember doing this. No, that's not something I would do. So I unfollowed her because I was tired of seeing all her shit in my fucking pages. Went back in a couple days later and I was following her again. Why are they making me follow JoJo Siwa? Why are they making me acknowledge that JoJo Siwa exists? I want to be rid of her.
So does that mean that social media platforms are acting weird or they're controlling it?
What's a conspiracy theory that absolutely blows your mind?
That our school systems actually use it as a caste system to figure out who's going to be in what form of slave labor. Unfortunately, this isn't even a conspiracy. This is fact. First of all, schools are backwards because they act like if you're in a trade, that somehow makes you in a lower class because you didn't go to college. When really the people in trades are earning way more than all of us who went to school and went and got loans. Secondly, they tell you that we have to take on massive amounts of debt to be able to eventually create generational wealth. We take on hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt before we even start working, and then are told to save all our money, hopefully one day pay off that debt, and eventually we'll be rich, when every economist will tell you it's a lie. Why do you think this is? Sound off in the comments.
Okay, here's something I don't understand. Here's a bottle in front of this sheet of paper. And look at this shit. How does that mirror see that bottle? How? I don't understand that.
So there's something spooky about mirrors.
Breaking news tonight, a Malaysia Airlines flight with 239 people on board, including 4 Americans, has gone missing.
The flight departed Kuala Lumpur and was scheduled to land in Beijing at 6:30 a.m. It went missing 2 hours into the flight.
The Prime Minister said that new analysis of satellite data shows the plane did fly along that so-called southern corridor as suspected, and its last known position was in the middle of the Indian Ocean west of Perth in Australia.
The report makes it clear between 1:38 and 5:30 local time, they were all saying, where's the plane? But nobody started the Rescue Coordination Center.
So apparently this flight went missing on 8th of March, but still there's no clue on where it disappeared.
You know the Mars theory? That there's aliens on Mars? Nah, there's a theory that Mars was the original planet that humans were from. Okay. Then something happened that we all had to fly to another planet and live on. There used to be like civilization that lived on Mars. Now back this. On Mars, there's an element on the periodic table called xenon. Xenon on Earth is only found, this is crazy, is only found after a nuclear explosion. No. Oh shit, that's not even the sickle mode button. I said no. What the hell? And it goes hand in hand now. What if on Mars there was a nuclear warfare, destroyed the whole planet, but people were able to escape just in time, landed on Earth, and they had to restart from nothing. So we are the aliens. We're the aliens. What the hell? Yeah. It's real shit. Like, this element's called xenon. It's prominent after nuclear explosion.
Oh, so we are the aliens.
Oakville Blobs. In 1994, the Oakville Blobs incident occurred, a truly strange event in which it rained blobs in Oakville, and anyone who came into contact with them got mysteriously ill. Despite extensive investigations, the cause of the blobs and the illness that followed remain a mystery to this day. Some theories suggest that the blobs might have been a form of biological or chemical warfare, while others speculate that they might have been extraterrestrial in origin. Witnesses even reported seeing military planes in the area around the time of the incident, which only adds to the mystery. What really happened in Oakville that day? Was it a secret government experiment gone wrong, or could it have been something even more sinister? Do you know?
Big news making international headlines. A nuclear-powered Russian submarine and 3 Russian ships arrived in Cuba today.
I would go over to the the really liberal stations, maybe even the Holocaust Museum type scenarios. And they would say to me, oh my God, Annie Jacobson, thank you so much for writing this book, Operation Paperclip. You showed us in no uncertain terms these horrible, evil, criminal minds should have been hung at Nuremberg. They never should have come here. You make that so clear. Thank you so much for writing this book.
Interesting.
They read the same book. They took away a point of view based on the same set of facts.
Can someone explain to me how, after being discharged from the Marine Corps for over 11 years, I'm sorry. Been discharged from the Marine Corps for 11 years. I just got involuntarily recalled. Can someone tell me what's going on?
Something's cooking.
You probably know why the caps on the water bottles are different colors, right?
The caps on the what do you mean caps?
So like the caps, like the color of the caps on every single water bottle.
Aren't they just clear?
Means something. No. There's like green, blue, red.
Clear.
What? No?
But every time I open a water, I swear it's clear.
No, like the cap, fam. Hold on, look.
The top of the cap is like white plastic, no?
Oh, bro.
The fuck am I tripping? Am I a Mandela effect right now?
So look, see on these, how some are green at the top, the caps, some are blue, some are white. Like, yeah, clear white.
Okay, I see now,
Yeah,
So, you're right, actually.
So the white means it's processed water. So that's like the Nestle, all that stuff. Blue is for spring water. What has that? Aquafina.
No, that's cap. Because Dasani's blue.
Yeah, Dasani is spring water, fam. What the?
No, that's tap water.
No, Dasani's not tap water.
It's purified water.
That's why it has the taste, fam. Have you ever drank one with the green? Because that one, the green means
like
it's flavored. Yeah.
So we've all heard that strippers are the first people to know when the economy is getting bad and there's a recession coming or whatever, because nobody's giving them business because they don't have any extra money like that, right? So, as a hairstylist, I have my own theory. When girls start going natural or getting more low lights, getting smudge roots, that's how we know. And it's not just because they don't have enough money for maintenance, but they also don't have enough time to come in the salon and get their highlights touched up every 4 weeks because they're working or they're stressed or busy, like they don't have enough time for self-care. So yeah, I just saw this last night about like everybody now is old money blonde, which is just low maintenance blonde, stupid fucking name. But yeah, old money blonde, root smudge, natural color. Everybody looks better with their natural color. I disagree as a hairstylist, but I understand what you have to tell yourself when you really want to be blonde. But we're not making any money. Nobody is.
Wait, what?